Hi, this is Kent with AT Hiking the podcast, also known as Toothless. I got some requests recently from some folks wanting to know how we do our hammock camping while we're on the Appalachian Trail, and I want to share some of that with you today. I've got a bag which is not very big at all, weighs a little bit more than a pound, that includes a Speer hammock with all the accessories I need to set up and so forth. So I thought I'd just show you real quickly how we do this and give you a better idea about hammock camping. Okay, I'm going to attach one end of the hammock to the tree itself, and basically we just let it kind of wind around once, and I will flip it over the line and run it back in the same direction, the other direction I should say. So we'll flip it around here like that. Get a little bit more room here. Okay. This end will come around and we're going to work a knot that is easy to get loose and yet is very tight. You're going to have a personal preference on that knot for yourself, but that's basically what I kind of use. Give it a good pull, and we'll tie the other end. I have the other end of the hammock here, and I'm going to tie it to this tree. And as I said before, we pretty much go around it one time, pulling it pretty taut. You'll see why we do that. I don't have much tree left, so I'm going to make the knot come around on one turn of the tree. This is some fairly heavy-duty webbing, which is not the type that stretches or shrinks. So I'm going to take a chance that things will be working good that way, and just again making sure that you secure it properly and good and tight. On one end of my straps, I've sewn in an H. That tells me when I put the hammock together that this is the head of the hammock. So on this end of the hammock, I have a stuff sack that basically has a hole in it that the strap goes through. When I take the hammock down, I'm able to push all of this into the stuff sack. This line right here is a ridge line. Now the ridge line is put on here so that when I hang from this location to any other location, I hang consistently from tree to tree. I don't have to deal with having to get the pitch of the hammock right each time. This determines the pitch. You'll see it's attached to this. When I pull it tight, it gets me one hang. So just so we can see what's happening, getting in the hammock is really simple. You just sit down on it and you're in. That's all there is to it. The bag I've got hanging here is a bag so that in the evening I can put in all sorts of stuff, MP3 player, flashlight, whatever I need to keep with it. The hammock can be used either as a lounge chair like this. I'm going to kick my shoes off here. It's actually pretty simple to use for that. Of course, what everybody intends to use it for is for sleeping, so I'm going to kick off my shoes here just because I got a little mud on them. And we'll just flip around like this, and there you go. You're in the hammock. Easy to lay in, and very easy to stretch out in. A lot of people ask, is a hammock one of those things that's difficult to sleep in? I have found it to be absolutely comfortable. I've never had a problem with it. Actually, my best sleep on the trail has been in a hammock as opposed to tent camping. The neat thing about hammock camping is I can be going down the trail at my pace, and if I'm camping with other people and they have tents, they oftentimes are racing ahead to get to the determined campsite where we're going to be, and they're trying to find a level spot. I don't have that trouble. I just need two trees, so it's pretty simple for me. It can be even any kind of degree pitch of the land, doesn't matter. As long as I've got two trees, I've got a good level spot. So I've really enjoyed it. Now let me just real quickly show you how I'm going to take the strapping off, and it's fairly easy to do. Just pull the lines and work your way back out again. like that. And then I'll show you the really cool part about hammock camping for me is the ease of putting everything away. As I told you before, the stuff sack is at the one end of the hammock, and I just basically have loosened that other end off the tree. I just stuff it in just like that, and then come over here and disconnect here as well. Okay, there you go. Once I've done that, I'm able to stuff the rest of the straps back in. I usually take the two straps and I'll tie them together with just a loop knot real quickly. As I mentioned before, one of them has H on it. That tells me where the head is. So I can always set it up the same way. I do that. And then just stuff that roping right in the bag, just like so. And I've got another hammock. I wanted to finish talking to you just a few minutes about hammock camping. I can tell you, I have camped on the Appalachian Trail for years using a tent and a number of different type tents. And the biggest problem I've found is I get to campsite, set up my tent, and find that I think it's level until about 2 in the morning when I realize I've slid all the way into a corner of my tent. And it's just not a great thing for me. So I started about, I guess about a year ago messing around with hammocks. I found that the Speer hammock, which is, you can find online at Speer Hammocks as a Google search, take you right to their website. It's absolutely great hammock, lightweight. It is wonderful. I can set up between two trees with very little problems. I don't have any problem with finding level from campsite to campsite. So it's been a real good experience for me. I don't know if there's any drawbacks to hammock camping. I didn't show you how a tarp is used with the hammock because I primarily wanted to just devote this part of it to just the basic hammock. But a tarp over the hammock protects you. I've been in torrential rain pour with it and have had no problem. I am going to do another video and adding the tarp to the top of it. I'll also show you ways that I deal with cold weather, because that is the only major problem I can find with a hammock is potential cold weather. So, but you can make sure that you prepare yourself for that, and I'll show you how you do that next time. So again, this is Kent with AT Hiking the Podcast, and we're glad you joined us. Thank you.